Hello, everybody. Welcome back to She's Got Muscles, the podcast for girls with gains. If you're watching on YouTube, change of scenery. We are recording in my La Casa.
La Casa de Sandri.
Because we did record this episode last week and we were going to put it out. We had some technical difficulties.
You just want to know what happened.
What happened, Nadia?
We record a whole entire episode for 1 hour, and it was my fault. I didn't connect the microphone.
The microphone was not plugged in. So we're
with my English and my voice.
We need your microphone. So we... Also, anybody who doesn't know, I have cats. Somebody just knocked down our ring light. So this will be a very special episode.
Yeah.
Those who are watching or listening, you might hear some cat shenanigans happening. I have 4 cats at home. So
Cat lady.
I'm going to take a brief pause as Nadia introduces us to go reset up the ring light.
Yes, today we're going to talk about supplements. The supplements we're going to talk... the light just came in. We're going to talk about the more popular ones. Creatine, L-glutamine.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I said it right. L-glutamine, L-carnitine. I'm trying to read it here too.
Yeah.
BCAs on EAA, pre-workouts,
Yeah.
and we're going to talk a little bit, if we have time, of protein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Let's dip in. I'm going to ask you because she's my science person. She's the one that's going to talk more about it because she can probably explain it better than I am.
we both bring our things to the table, but I
Yeah.
definitely went to school for science, so I know kind of the how things work probably a little bit more.
So Sandra, how you hear a lot of times about this word creatine and how many people are a little scared to take, especially women. Can you explain us what is creatine?
So creatine is actually the most studied supplement, especially gym supplement, on the market. It shows an increase in muscle growth. It helps muscles contract. It helps just your muscles kind of go that extra mile, that 1% just to go a little bit further. And how it does that is it provides ATP to cells to keep continuous energy. So ATP is your energy source for your cells, goes through cellular respiration to be broken down, all of that. And when you hear creatine, you're actually talking about creatine monohydrate. Okay. That's the most studied one. And with creatine monohydrate specifically, I mean, it's very easy to start if you're on a fitness journey and you're wanting to dive into supplements. 9 times out of 10, the first supplement people will recommend to you is creatine. And then you're, out in the world and you're trying to find the perfect creatine supplement. Creatine monohydrate is nice because you don't have to go for a super expensive type.
So creatine is going to help you to build muscle. How that happens, Sandra?
So how it happens is it helps with micro tears in the muscles by activating satellite cells. So it helps your muscles not fatigue all that much. It increases anabolic hormones such as insulin, human growth hormone, estrogen, and testosterone. And it also boosts water content in your muscles as well. So you'll hear a lot of people when they start creatine or when you're taking creatine, you have to drink your water, at least a gallon of water every single day.
Makes sense.
If you don't, and a lot of the times too, when you start creatine, you'll see on the packaging and everything that there is kind of a loading period. So you're going to take almost a double dose of creatine in the beginning for a week. And then you're going to back off and kind of do just your 5 grams or whatever is the dose for you. Talk to your trainers, talk to your doctor, or just go. Don't take any of our advice. We're just here as friends, giving you guys the knowledge that we know. Take that with a grain of salt. Don't sue us. But you'll notice when you take creatine, you'll have a kind of a slight increase in weight, and that could just be you holding on to excess water because creatine does use water and holds water in the muscles. So it's going to hold on to that, which is why if you're not drinking enough water, creatine's not going to be able to work.
That makes sense. So how much creatine you're taking out, perhaps? Or it's simple?
It depends. I know you and me both take 10 grams. We take 5 grams before our workout and 5 grams after. For somebody who's just starting out on their creatine journey, obviously you're going to have that loading week where you're going to probably take 10 grams. But then you could probably take it anytime around your workout would be
Yeah.
fine. If you have like a workout, if you drink a specific pre-workout every time before you work out, or you have a protein shake after you work out every single time, whatever is the best for your habits. So if you always drink this drink this time and it's always really, really close to your workouts, have your creatine with it too, mix it in. You don't want to like take your creatine at a different time and then you end up forgetting or anything like that.
Supplements are safe. I think a lot of times people get a little scared of supplements.
Especially creatine. And a lot of women are afraid because they think it's going to bulk them up too much.
Which is not true.
No.
If you do it right too.
Yeah. And I also know with creatine, there's a lot of companies out there that are money grabbing. As long as you, especially creatine monohydrate, this is the one supplement that you could probably go pretty cheap with, as long as it's clean. Now look at the ingredients, make sure there's no fillers or stuff. If it's just straight creatine monohydrate, you don't have to go for these really expensive
it don't taste
brands.
like anything. It
No.
really don't taste like anything.
No, plain creatine doesn't taste like anything. I get mine from Amazon. I get like a huge tub for like $30 and it lasts me at least 3 or 4 months minimum.
Let's see, what else we got to talk about creatine? That's it, right?
I think so. I know you can naturally get creatine from sources like red meat, seafood, milk. It's also produced in your kidneys, liver, and pancreas. But we do want to supplement again just for that extra little 1% boost. It should help you, like when you're working out, creatine is supposed to help you push towards, past fatigue. So when you're working out, your muscles are getting sore, you're tearing down those muscle fibers. Creatine just kind of helps you push past that teeny tiny bit. Now you're not, for any of these supplements, we're going to talk about this little 1% boost. For any supplement that you take, there's not going to be this like one-time fix, this miracle pill, this you take it for like a month. It takes a lot of time, and you're doing it for all the 1%, because if you do 1% every single day, it's like progressive overloading. Yeah, you're only getting like maybe a little bit more weight each time, or form's getting a little bit better each time. There's not these huge improvements. You're not going up 50 pounds, in your next workout for your dumbbells, but you're doing 1% every single time, and those build up it builds up and then shows you that progress once you go through like a lengthy period.
Okay. Have you like noticed any changes since you've been taking creatine?
I've been taking creatine honestly for so long. Once I started my fitness journey, I pretty shortly afterwards, because again, it's like the first supplement people recommend to you. Well, I mean, the first one would probably be protein. Everybody says get your protein in. And like pre-workout is probably the next thing you're going to get. But then it's like creatine and BCAAs. That's like the 50-50 chance of what's going to be recommended next. So I've been taking it since then. So I don't know. It could, but I also don't have anything to compare it to, because when I started my fitness journey, that was my first fitness journey. I don't have any like happenings. Have you like stories on when you started creatine?
Yeah, I mean, whenever I started, I did notice I was a little more bloated, but that was like water retention.
Yeah.
Now that's gone. But I mean, I've been on it for about 2 years.
Yeah.
And sometimes I take breaks if I'm going to a deficit. But in this, I'm in Dominica right now, I still taking it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make any difference. I think it just helps my body.
Yeah, I think you'll notice the most difference if you're to go off of it, because you'll feel your energy levels not dip like huge, but you're not going to feel like you're performing as well in the gym.
Yes.
Sometimes I forget to take like if I'm waiting on a shipment. I think there was one time I waited on a shipment and my workouts felt a little bit off, but it's again, we're talking about 1% difference here for supplements, so you're not going to notice like a huge difference. But
And I want to mention though, like, really, like, if you have questions about any supplements, we're not doctors, but you can always call us or send us a message or send an email.
For sure.
If you're not really that into the gym yet, probably will not take it until you actually really committed.
And I would say creatine's also a supplement more geared towards your like weightlifters, your heavy
Yes,
lifters.
yes.
If you're doing like running or hit cardio, I mean, hit's going to be a little bit kind of hit or miss just because if you're doing like a super intensive like weightlifting hit, because some people go to hit for the cardio, they don't want to lift heavy weights, they're just there to move their body and burn the calories. And then I do have some ladies who go to their hit classes and they're lifting some heavy weights. So it's depending on your goals on
I
if you're
noticed
taking
that. So
creatine.
yesterday, pause. I was my
Yes.
first time going to one of her classes.
Yeah, Nadia took a hit class with me for the first time
I'm
last night.
like, I was dying.
Yeah.
I was dying. It was really good. I did notice though, we were doing some inclines, RDLs, some type of squat.
Oh, the complex
The
lift.
complex lift, and I noticed some of the ladies were going pretty heavy, and we were going fast. So I was pretty impressed. Like
Yeah.
I would say, these type of people probably should take this.
Yeah. If you're lifting pretty heavy and your whole goal is to build muscle mass, then I would definitely recommend creatine. And again, just find a cheap, well-researched, clean ingredient brand out there. Don't go to these like fancy supplements and pay like 40, 50 for like a teeny tiny package. You can save that money. I mean, there are other supplements out there like your greens, your vitamin packs, your fat burners, like stuff like that where there's so many ingredients that make up that product. Then I would say, do your research, maybe go for a little bit more expensive one because that's where you're going to get a lot of quality and a lot of density. But if it's just one thing like creatine, there's no fillers. You're just looking for just plain creatine.
Yeah.
You don't need to
Add
pay
more
for
since-
pretty packaging or anything.
No, like I feel like a lot of times it's just like you said, the social media and like
There's a TikTok. If anybody listening,
I see one that's like make me laugh.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, look at my butt. It's been
Yes.
growing. So I'm taking
It's
this
this
like,
one.
I'm sorry, I call it BS. That's
no,
not.
and I mean, again, don't just no hate. That's why we won't say the name of the company. I don't even
No,
remember it
no. But
anyways.
you know what I'm thinking.
But there's this one TikTok ad, and I think they've gotten enough slack for it that you don't see them as much now. But they're it's a creatine company, and you're paying. I saw like $50-$60 for a teeny tiny.
I was shocked.
So
no.
small, and it's geared towards it's like promising like insane glute growth, which creatine helps with overall muscle mass. It can't just like target your butt.
Just letting you. Yes, that's something I want to add. Just by taking creatine or taking supplements, if you're not working your butt, it's never gonna grow. You still have to work out and you still have to eat.
Yeah. So,
Sadly.
well,
It's
moving
not-
on from creatine, what is our next supplement we get to talk about?
L-glutamine.
Glutamine. Yes, we take this as well. This one is probably, it's not as common as like creatine
No.
or BCAAs or pre-workout, but it is probably one of the, you've probably had like a couple people mention it. It's really big for recovery.
Muscle
Yeah.
recovery.
And gut health. It is the most abundant amino acid in the body. And it is, and when I talk about amino acids, because I'll throw around the word amino acids a lot. So in science, you have amino acids, which are building blocks of protein. So your muscles are made up of proteins, and those proteins are made up of amino acids. So like, think of Legos, your amino acids are your different Legos, and you put them together, you make a protein, you put more, sets of Legos, more proteins together, you get this whole like
Like
structure.
building a house.
Yeah. So exactly like building a house. So glutamine is the most abundant. It is made in the muscles and then transported through your body in your bloodstream. And with hard exercise like weightlifting or HIIT workouts or whatever, any type of like hard stressor on the body, it depletes it. And when I say hard stressor too, a lot of people think that stressors can only be like mental, like a stressful day at work or a stressful day at home with kids, whatever. But stressors can also be like exercise, like physical stressors. Those are physical stressors. She's getting a bug. She likes sea flies.
Her
She's
cat.
gonna look. She's gonna eat it. She's
I
gonna
want
take it, and then
everybody
she's
to
gonna
meet.
chop.
You gotta
Look,
call
look,
her.
look,
People
look.
need to meet her.
She's gonna eat it.
Oh, that's disgusting.
It's protein.
Call her. You guys need to meet her.
Okay.
You guys need to. You just
Ad
pause.
break.
Ad break. You guys gonna love her.
But I'm gonna take her away from her snack.
Oh my gosh. She's adorable, guys. You guys want to know. What's her name?
Her name is Bunny. So I have 4 cats. We just interrupted her bug hunting. This is Bunny. This is my one and only naked cat. Um, they're trying to eat a fly, but I have.
She just went back.
Yeah, she's gonna play with it for a little bit, and then she's gonna eat them. But I have 4 cats. She's my only naked one, and then the other ones are all long-haired rescues. We have Bunny, which you just saw. Then we have Jane, Ivy, and Monkey, which you'll see maybe intermittently. So,
L-glutamine. Let's go back to L-glutamine.
yes, L-glutamine, most amino acids, building blocks, gut health, hard exercise, and stressors. I know we talked about, physical stressors.
Speaking
like
of it, I
working out.
forgot to take it after my workout.
Aw.
See.
I have I have my teeny tiny glutamine and I have my teeny tiny creatine like things. And I buy the big one on Amazon and then I just fill up the small things that fit in my bag. And then I just dry scoop them. But I put them out, like I have to put it next to my water bottle to remember.
Yeah.
Or I will also forget.
I forgot. I mean, it's whatever. But
It's okay.
That's okay.
You just can't forget too many days in a row. Or then
No,
you have to start
no.
over. But with glutamine, it can also help support immune function. And then the biggest reason that we take it is because it's supposed to help decrease soreness.
Yes. You guys probably know already since our podcast, we do bodybuilding. So we do put our bodies into a lot of stress. Our workouts are at least 2 hours.
Oh yeah,
At
an
least.
hour and a half minimum, up to 2 to 2.5 hours. It's a lot on the
So
body.
it's a lot on the body. So we do have to take it before we work out, after we work out, and before bed, every time I forget.
I forget about the one before bed all the
I
time.
forget. I need
I
to
used
get
to take it
better.
in the morning with my like greens and vitamins, and now I don't know. I remember my magnesium and my collagen at night because I mix it in with my protein ice cream. But I think glutamine has a taste. So
Really?
yes, glutamine has like a weird sour taste to it. Almost, I don't know. Maybe it's that like, how there's people who think cilantro tastes like soap, and then there's people who like the taste of cilantro. Like I like the taste of cilantro.
I like the taste of cilantro, but that's not. I'm Hispanic, so like every time I make a guacamole from people,
Yeah.
some people ask me not to put cilantro in it
Ooh,
because
I love
they
cilantro.
they think it
'Cause
tastes
they
like
have the-
soap.
Yeah, they have the soapy taste. So I wonder if glutamine's like the same way because mine definitely, I feel like it has like a weird taste. Like when I dry scoop it, it's always disgusting.
I never tasted, but I need to remember to take it at nighttime.
We'll text each other and
Yes.
be like, hey, did you take your glutamine before bed? But anyways, with glutamine, I mean, it helps reduce muscle mass breakdown for that soreness and recovery. Can also help with hydration. And no, we talked about taking it before and after our workout. But the biggest time, if you're just starting your fitness journey, I recommend just taking it after your workout. If you're going to do creatine and glutamine, obviously I would start with creatine first and then add in glutamine if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Because they're probably the most affordable
Yeah,
supplements out there.
and they're gonna help a lot.
Yeah.
Like they're really gonna help. Like I said, don't be scared taking supplements. It's no, they're not bad. They're not like steroids.
No.
People make it sound like.
No. And I mean, I'm all about starting supplements with research and knowing why you're taking it and making sure if you're going to take something, I'm really bad at doing like, you know how you buy those journals and you're like, I'm going to journal, or you buy a planner and
You
you're
know
like,
how
I'm gonna
many?
do it.
You know how many times I've done that, and I start like the first week, and then I just put it in the back burner.
Yeah. Supplements are the same way. You
Yeah.
can't just be careful not to buy one and then be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then don't. So if you're gonna do it, find a time of day. Like I said, if you have a drink that you always drink around your workout, whether you always take pre-workout or you always have a protein shake afterwards, add your creatine and glutamine in it so then you don't have to establish a new routine. It's already kind of like you're assimilating it with a routine that you already have in
Yeah.
the day.
That's good to know. Let's see what else. And pretty much, right?
Yeah, definitely good
Okay.
for the gut, good for muscle building as the most abundant amino acid. Going to help, slow that breakdown of your muscles by providing your muscles with those building blocks that it needs.
I almost feel like since I've been taking all this, I drink more water. It helps with, like, I don't know what it is. I drink more water.
I think that might be your BCAAs.
Probably.
because you love your BCAAs.
I love my BCS. We're gonna get there.
Yeah, that'll be one of the
Last ones.
Yeah.
All right. The next one, did you don't mind me jumping? Because I don't. She's gonna do the talking. I have never taken this one before, which this one was a lot of learning for me.
Carnitine.
Carnitine.
L-carnitine. You can get them in liquid and powder forms. Now, this is an amino acid that specifically aids in metabolism, but it aids in taking fatty acids and turning them into energy. So it helps with energy production. It takes those fatty acids, brings them into the cells for cellular respiration, which is your energy producing process within those cells. And it is naturally produced in the liver and kidneys, but because it takes those free fatty acids, it's connected to help with fat metabolism. But you really have to know when to take it. Now, is this going to be like the super fat burner and you're just going to start taking it and you're going to like shed 50 pounds like off the bat?
It's not like
No.
a magic pill.
Again, 1%. It's making a 1% difference, which is really hard to notice when you're in the moment. But if you keep doing it and you do your other things, because there's 99 other things that you should be doing,
It's
your nutrition, your workouts, that 1% is just going to help boost you a little
It's
bit
like
farther.
everything. It's just consistency. You don't gotta be perfect on everything, but that consistency and doing it every day.
L-carnitine I took for a really long time. I'm actually, I finished my last little bit. I'm going to take a break from it just because I don't want my body to be too used to it, because I'm in off season right now. So even bulking a little bit, I want it to kind of kick back into gear when I cut again.
That actually makes sense because right now I'm doing my mini cut. I haven't taken any like stuff, and that's what is working. Like you start dropping weight quick.
Yeah. But with L-carnitine, it also is supposed to help with fatigue resistance, so keeping you a little bit more energized. I know a lot of people who, I've talked to a couple ladies who've taken L-carnitine, and I don't know if it just depends on the brand, because some L-carnitines will be mixed with other fat burning properties, or you'll see L-carnitine in fat burners. So if you're taking like a fat burner, there's probably L-carnitine in it. But I had a lot of ladies say that they have this like boost of energy, so they can't take it at night because it makes them unable to sleep.
They're not like me though.
Or you get hot when you're on L-carnitine. Didn't you say that when we talked a little bit about this?
Yeah, I have never taken carnitine.
And then I wonder who it was, because I know some people also get hot. Like when they take L-carnitine, they feel, I've never felt this way, but I don't know if it's just the L-carnitine that I've been taking.
Honestly, no, I haven't really taken it just because I have a plan and my plan doesn't have it, but like I would not mind to.
Yeah. And with L-carnitine too, again, with all of these supplements, helps with recovery, soreness. And I talked a little bit about the heat and the energy. L-carnitine is also shown to help with pumps. So do you want to explain what, I know you'll hear pumps thrown out a lot in the gym.
I just felt it yesterday.
Yes, you had a great pump.
So like a pump is whenever you work out and your muscles just kind of like start pumping. They're gonna look bigger for like 30 minutes. Like juicy.
Yeah.
But then come back to normal.
Yeah.
So that's the pump. I was having a pump yesterday and my glutes. It's a beautiful day.
If you work out and you like look in the mirror and you're suddenly like, dang,
I'm having a good day.
Yeah, like if you're working shoulders that day, your shoulders are looking round, they're popping, or your biceps or your glutes or whatever. That like feeling of fullness and that look of fullness is what people call a pump. So L-carnitine can help with pumps. And L-carnitine, this is what I learned recently, because we did a lot of research for this podcast specifically, but you're supposed to take L-carnitine with carbs post-workout to be the most effective, which I thought was weird.
And at the same time, right?
Yeah. And you also can take it for, if you want to supersize the effects, you can take 2 to 3 doses with fat burners between meals. So I don't think that's 2 to 3 doses at a time. I think that's like 2 to 3 in a day with fat burners between meals, and then obviously your post-workout one with your carbs. But I felt like being a fatty acid converter, it's kind of weird that they say with carbs.
Yeah, yeah. Carbs are not bad, by the way.
Yeah, carbs definitely not bad. We
We're
love
gonna
some
go.
carbs
I'm
up in
gonna
here.
go grab my water pretty quick.
Okay,
Because
she's
we're
dehydrated.
gonna take the same one. And speaking of that, I'm like thirsty,
Yes.
and like we gotta drink water, guys.
I've already hit my gallon, but I could definitely
I
go
haven't even
further.
finished my gallon. This is still my half, so I had to finish 2 of
When
this.
I was on prep, I got up to 3 gallons of water.
I never went to tea.
I'm a hydrated chica.
I need to be like her when I grow up for real, because
Me and my 25-year-old butt.
I'm 42. Almost 42.
Almost. Not yet. Not yet. Nadia has a birthday coming in December.
You know, I received gift cards.
Yeah. We'll send you her Venmo if you would like to give her.
No.
I put my Venmo in my TikTok like bio.
Do you?
Yeah. Nobody sent me any money though, but it's there.
But
I didn't know.
I mean, you're giving your shot. You missed, what is it, 100 shots you didn't take. So
Yeah.
put in your shot.
Girls
there.
gotta do what girls gotta do. But
Life is expensive right now.
life is really expensive.
Being in prep.
Do you have BCAAs in your
I have what we're gonna talk next.
Yeah.
BCAs. I actually put I'm just gonna explain it right now. I put a scoop in my half a gallon and I drink it during the day because I don't like the taste of water. So it gives me a little I like a little bit of sweetness. And what does BCA do?
So BCAAs, you'll hear BCAAs and EAAs. BCAAs stand for branched chain amino acids, which are 3 amino acids. These are these are leucine, isoleucine, and valine. So these are the most needed amino acids when you work out, and they're also the highest absorbing amino acids. EAAs are your essential amino acids. So these are consisted of 9 amino acids.
So BCAAs had 3 amino
Yeah.
acids and EAAs had 9.
Yes.
Which one do you recommend?
It all depends on your
Here's one.
goals. We have Miss Ivy joining us.
I want to do this.
But it all depends. Both of them help with protein synthesis. Obviously, they're amino acids. We talked about those building blocks again. So adding building blocks to help with muscle building processes that also helps reduce delayed onset muscle
Is
soreness.
she posting?
She's smiling for the camera.
Okay.
We have for those who are listening, we have my cat Ivy joining us. This is a really good YouTube episode.
Yes.
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 But it helps both of them help reduce delayed onset muscle soreness. So that is the soreness that you get not the day after you work out, but like the day after that, like the second day.
Like tomorrow, I'm gonna feel this because my body is sore.
Some people feel delayed onset muscle soreness more than others.
The second day too.
But BCAAs and EAAs will help with that both tremendously. Ever since I started taking my BCAAs and EAAs consistently, I don't have that like I'm sore, but I used to be crippling sore like the day or two
Yes.
after. Now it's gotten much more manageable. I still get those days where I wake up and I'm like, wow, that was a really hard workout, but not nearly as bad as when I first started in the gym.
When
for
you gotta have like a
sure.
week off.
Yes.
But like we talk about, I think there was an eye opener last time we were trying to record this episode about like if you don't have the right diet, your BCS are not gonna work.
Yeah. So with any of these, your diet has to be on point. You have to have, I mean, there's like 20 plus amino acids that need to be in your body. I think 20 is the number. So if you are not eating great and you're incorporating these 3 or 9 amino acids, your body's like, cool, thanks, but like we're still struggling.
Yeah.
You need to think of health and fitness as a pyramid. So obviously the bottom of the pyramid, the greatest one is going to be like, you know, making sure you're overall not like super bad in terms of like you don't have you know, a horrible disease, you don't have like broken bones, you know, mental health included in there. Then you go into your nutrition. Nutrition is like 80% of your health, fitness.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's the working out that's next. No.
Honestly,
Nutrition's
yeah.
a huge part of it, fueling your body. Then after that, I would say is working out and
Working out.
whatever you're doing. And then the last little thing is supplements. You can't have a crap diet, not work out, not move, and then be like, oh, I'm going to take this one supplement and it's going to change my whole life.
Listen, those people they say, "Oh, I work out to eat." No,
I'm so
doesn't
sorry.
work that way. Just don't work that way. If you are, I see a lot of people at the gym that I work. They literally work out really hard, but they've been years, and I don't see these people seeing any results because their diet sucks.
Yeah, I heard, I was, because I also listen to a lot of podcasts. I think a lot of people listen to many podcasts nowadays, but there was one that I was listening to, also like a health and fitness podcast, and they said it's very hard to be in a deficit. Like deficits are normally just a couple hundred calories off of a day,
Yeah.
in a deficit, but you can, in one meal, eat your entire deficit for a week, easy, for one meal.
That's
And
crazy.
you just sometimes even more, because it, like, if you sit down, I've seen some of those menus at restaurants where it's like thousands of calories for
And
something.
that's just the food. Let me start with the drinking.
Yes.
It's so bad. You have, I know I'm telling anybody what to do, but like drinking is actually really bad for your body because it does a lot of bad things when it comes to all your health, um, your gut problems, your
Yep.
health, everything. It doesn't seem like a big deal for some people at the moment, but you're pounding and pounding in calories, and that's why you don't see results at the gym.
Yeah. So think of that. But if you're not going to work out, eat healthy, all of that, the supplements aren't going to help you. So you need to have a good diet. So a variety of proteins in your diet. It can be from lean meats, it can be from dairies, it can be from vegetables, legumes, beet, like all of that stuff. Having a variety is not only going to help your digestion, it's going to help make sure that you're getting just natural sources of amino acids. So when you do take the BCAAs or the EAAs, it's a supplement to your body. You're not
Yeah.
replacing anything, you're actually supplementing.
It's just helping with the process.
Yeah.
Um,
But they do say, so if your diet is not super great, now we're not saying that you're eating like trash, but it's just maybe it's not as variety dense as you would have liked. And you're not working out too terribly hard. Like maybe you work out 3-ish times a week, you take some walks. You would probably be best suited for taking EAAs because of the 9. If your diet, you're somebody who's on a meal plan, you're eating a variety of stuff, you're already on like,
Just take your BCS because you only had 3. You
Yes.
already the other ones are in your food.
Yes.
Especially since if you have a right diet and you follow everything you're supposed to, you only need 3. But you're not going to follow anything really. Take the other one, that's the EAS, which is at the 9.
and the BCAAs actually, so BCAAs get absorbed into your body better. So if you're a super high intense worker outer, BCAAs are actually proven to be better because when you introduce only the 3 most fast absorbing amino acids that your body needs for a workout, it's going to be like, cool, thanks, love it, and then immediately shuttle it away. But if you're doing this super intense workout and now you're giving it 9, you're giving it extra stuff. So now it's like, okay, cool, thanks, appreciate it, but we're going to have to filter through some of the stuff because I really want the super fast absorbing one right now because we're working out really hard and it kind of like gets bumped into the other stuff. It'll still use the other stuff eventually, but it gets a little confused. It's on a very minuscule level,
Yeah.
but again, 1%. So take all that information as you will. Now, if you're getting stressed over BCAAs versus EAAs and which one's better for you, to be completely honest, again, check the labels. I've seen some BCAAs, like a package
Yeah.
of BCAAs that I went to just your local supplement location. I'm not going to say the name of it, but it was one that I don't go to anymore. And I just got some BCAAs off the shelf. It had like hydrogenated, like one of the the ingredients list was as long as the CVS receipt, and one of the ingredients was oil, like
What?
like oil, like canola oil. Why would there why
Why
would I want
would it-
canola oil? Because oils, fats take a really long time to digest in your body. Why would I want oil in my BCAAs. And I didn't realize this until I became more knowledgeable. And I was like, I'm putting something super highly processed, because then I got another BCA from a different company that was a little bit better. I looked on the back. It literally just had the 3 BCAAs listed. It literally had the leucine, isoleucine, valine. Then it had artificial flavoring. And then I think the next one was stevia. That was it. That was it. That's
okay.
perfect. That's exactly what you want. I did not need the CVS receipt of oils and stuff.
That's interesting.
So just find a flavor that makes you happy, and B, a brand that's pretty clean. If you're gonna take EAAs, take EAAs. If you take BCAAs, take BCAAs. Take EAAs one week, BCAAs another week. You know,
there's not going to hurt you.
no, it's only gonna help. And again, as long as all of your other stuff is on point. Now, Nadia is an expert at when to take her BCAAs. She already explained it a little bit before, but do you want to reiterate?
Yeah, I like to take it during the day. Honestly, like it helps me to stay hydrated, and I like I said, I like the flavor, so I take it all day long.
Yeah.
I feel like this thing, they have BCAAs right now. So I finish this, and then I fill my other half a gallon. Typically don't put the whole scoop, just put a little bit because it's a little too much, but just like the flavor and keep drinking it. Don't think it's a really wrong time on when to take it.
No, and it actually is shown that the more often that you take it, the better it's going to be. But if you are going to take it just once, they do say after your workout is the best. I drink mine during my workout because that's how I've been taught. But I think I'm going to start incorporating some outside as well. I am just a person who loves the taste of plain water.
I do not. You're weird.
So I would have to like have another cup, and I'm already like strolling into work with like an energy drink, a coffee, my water jug.
Yeah, we're a different kind of species. We need to get a tray or car. Yes. We get all the stuff.
We're just all our liquids.
We're big. That's our next one. We're caffeine people.
Yes, pre-workout is going to be our next one. This is Nadia's expertise.
I will not say favorite, but it's my expertise.
Because how much caffeine do you get in a day, Nadia?
I honestly 5 milligrams, sometimes more, which is not recommended. That's not good.
No.
I think I just my body.
Heart attack city here soon.
Don't say that. My body got used to it, and the type of lifestyle that I live. I mean, up at 4:30 in the morning, don't get home until sometimes 8 or 9 p.m. Because I'm a mom, have kids, and I'm an Uber mom after work.
She's caffeine dependent.
And caffeine dependent. But honestly, a pre-workout helps with your workouts. Give you a little bit of energy. Some people like to feel the little itchiness. This is just gonna explain this science behind all of that. But it kind of give you a little bit of a pump too, and make you feel a little like you're gonna take the world.
Yeah.
At least that for me.
Pre-workouts there's 2 different types of pre-workouts. There's stim and non-stim. So that's stimulant or non-stimulant pre-workout. Stim is the caffeinated pre-workout, which you take. It can be in powder form. It can actually be a lot of the new energy drinks that you're seeing, like hit stores, the Ghosts, the C4s. They're not just energy drinks. They actually have enough caffeine in them to be pre-workouts. So, stimulant, caffeine, non-stimulant pre-workouts, you'll just see probably has some L-carnitine in it. Might have some salts and stuff to help with pumps, electrolytes for hydration, just to have you feel like something is happening but not have that extra caffeine. I definitely highly recommend non-stimulant pre-workouts for people who are caffeine sensitive, for people who work out at night. But you definitely have to be careful with your caffeine intake, that's for sure.
And every pre-workout is gonna, like whenever you buy your bottle, if you wanna do powder, that's the stimulant that I take. It will tell you how much caffeine you want to have milligrams.
You want to track your caffeine intake for the day. Yeah. Absolutely. And I always recommend the people that I work with, I always say if you're going to take pre-workout, have at least 1 week in the month where you don't take it at all, because your body gets really used to caffeine, and then you have to take even more to feel the same effect.
I have to do that. I just don't want to.
If you take like a deload from your caffeine or from your pre-workout for 1 week, when you take it again, it's going to feel like you took it for the first time. That's why you see a lot of people pre-workout hop, because this pre-workout gave them like the best feeling. They use it every single day for like a month on end, and then they don't get that feeling anymore. So then they go find like another pre-workout, and that pre-workout might have even more caffeine, and then this is like endless cycle.
And then if you're new to the gym and you see people like just kind of in the zone and not talking, it's because they're taking their pre-workout.
Yeah.
There's not because they're being don't want to talk to you, any of that. They are literally focusing on what they're doing because they have take pre-workout.
Yeah, and those come from the nootropics. It's like nootropics.
Yeah.
Those are stuff that specifically boost brain function and elevate mental performance by putting more blood flow into the brain. So those people who are like zoning out, they're probably on a pre-workout that has a lot of nootropics.
That's me.
You'll see a lot of them in non-stim pre-workouts as well, especially as non-stim pre-workouts are getting more popular because people are more aware of how caffeine affects the body.
Yeah.
And then, and a lot of those nootropics are coming from like mushroom-based as a natural source, or you might even see some synthetic blends. But you mentioned the itchy feeling too, which some pre-workouts do have, some more than others.
I had to take a picture.
But the itchiness comes from beta alanine.
She's not looking over here.
Here.
Perfect.
Camera break.
Yeah.
But beta alanine is what gives you that itchy feeling. It helps you perform longer by helping carnosine production, which helps kind of regulate acid buildup, so that sore feeling you get when you work out is your lactic acid buildup.
Just be careful, like read and like I'm very aware how my body I'm been in fitness for like 7 years, so I'm very aware how my body reacts with some things. But even the other day I decided to try this new pre-workout and an energy drink on top of that. I went ill. Like I went puking, I went home, I couldn't even finish my
She
workout.
took a pre-workout with 400 milligrams of caffeine in one scoop, and then took another 200 grams on top of it.
Yeah, I was not having it. Like I really got sick. So be careful
were
what you're.
bloated.
I was bloated. I looked like pregnant too. Like it was bad.
So you definitely have to be careful for sure. And honestly, if you feel like you're performing well in your workouts without it, you don't need it.
No, I have known a lot of people they don't take anything and they're just fine.
And they do just fine.
Yeah. And if you just want to take something there's no in the market, just black coffee will do it for you.
Yes. Or I love seeing the videos on like TikTok and stuff where they take like a spoonful of honey and some salt, and it gives them fast energy because honey is it's a carb, it's a sugar, it's a fast digesting sugar carb. So your body gets that immediate energy, and then you get the salt for the like pumps and the muscle fullness. So
And that's all
always a good
natural.
alternative.
It's all natural. Yes.
Yeah. So that could be something that you would take. Now, out of all of the things that we listed, what we would recommend for our viewers is definitely, talk, if you have a coach, talk with your coach, talk with your doctor. Don't ever take anything without consulting your medical professionals, because we are definitely not medical professionals, and you're taking all this advice from a friend.
Yes.
We are not experts, but I would definitely recommend starting with creatine and glutamine for shizzles, as those are the most researched, and I would say the without going crazy, those are just nice things to implement into your supplement routine. If you have everything down pat, your nutrition, your workouts, those are just some of the things you can ease into.
Yeah. Other things we need to talk about is vitamins, maybe in another episode. But I want to talk about my coach. So my coach is selling their vitamin packs, and like I always big into taking your vitamins every day.
Every single day. Those
so-
are really good, because we definitely don't get all of our vitamins from food. I mean, some people do, but most of us are lacking in a couple things. So having like a good daily vitamin is so convenient.
Well, my coach, Toby from the Elite
I have
Personal
it here.
Training. Oh
I
gosh,
have it
wait a
here.
minute. Wait a
We're
minute.
Here. We're in my
So
phone.
I want to show you these guys because lately I've been talking to him and we want to promote his product because it's really good.
Super easy, convenient vitamin pack by, okay, give us all the facts, Nadia.
Okay, the Elite Essentials come with like 30-day supplies. It comes with 5 vitamins. I believe it's your multivitamin
Yeah.
right here. your multivitamin, your vitamin D, your fish oil, and your vitamin C, and your probiotic.
Yeah.
Uh,
And they come in. So I've rigged it up so that I literally just have to like I pull it out and then you just tear it
and
off.
it's very affordable. I think it's like $55 a month, but it's come for 2 days.
Yeah.
And it's kind of worth it because using your probiotics, you go to probiotics and just a bottle of 30 days is $30 easy at the store.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
mean, you're getting so many vitamins because even just a multivitamin now is about $20-$30.
Yes.
Then probiotics on top of it, again, for just one bottle, which is a month's supply, another $20-$30. Then you have vitamin D. Okay, that's not that bad. Fish oil is not that bad. But after you put everything together, and now you have not only 50 bottles in your medicine cabinet.
So
of
you don't even
everything.
touch them, but this is just in a box. It's more organized and
It takes
Yeah.
2 seconds to take them. I used to do the whole, like, I would have a single bottle for every single vitamin that I still have some.
it's just overwhelming.
It takes
It's
10
overwhelming.
minutes to undo all the things. And then I know I've taken it.
It's done.
It's done.
It's done, and you can take it like you travel and just grab your little packages,
So
put it in
easy
your
for
bag, and let's
traveling.
go. So if you're looking to get into some basic vitamins that what your body needs,
Yeah, and tell them that the podcast sent you.
Yes.
Z and Nadia sent you. Give us a little shout out. We don't get anything for it except for just like love and appreciation.
the
So
elite personal trainer is located in Lee Summit.
yes, it's
And I have the phone number right here.
well, they have a website. It's elitepersonaltrainingkc.net. So that is where you can reach out. It'll have their phone number, it'll have their email, it'll have their location. But I know they're a private training facility, so they're not always at their location. But you can definitely reach out. And they sell, you're on their fat burner, which
Yes.
comes in the same thing,
And I
same
take the
type
fat
of
burner
box.
right now, and it's amazing.
How many pounds have you lost?
4 pounds in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
which
Now
is-
that is connected with workouts and nutrition. But I mean, I think that fat burner
I mean,
is
I'm
helping
already a
little bit.
small person, so like it's pretty amazing. So yeah, check them out. And if you have any type of question, guys, that comes to fitness, obviously.
Yes.
We don't know everything.
And even if you wanted to, if you heard about some of the supplements or the vitamin pack that we talked about on our podcast, and you're still wondering if something would be the right fit for you, email us at she'sgotmuscles at gmail.com. Let us know kind of what you're doing and
Okay.
and what supplements you're interested in, and we'll try to get you, we'll try to get a response and maybe help you kind of navigate some questions you can ask your trainer or your medical professionals in your lives. Now, I do know there's definitely more supplements and stuff we could talk about. So if we left anything out in this podcast that you guys were interested in knowing about, like I know I mentioned I take magnesium, collagen, protein,
and then
that could be a whole podcast in
Oh
itself.
yeah, and we can even talk about vitamins, what vitamin D does, what
Yes.
vitamin C does,
Yes.
and we can help up a little bit with that. But we like to hear what you guys think. Like we're
Yeah.
pretty new in this, we're loving it. It's been
Yeah,
fun.
let us know what
Yeah.
you want us to talk about next, what you want to hear. And email us, she'sgotmuscles@gmail.com. DM us on Instagram.
TikTok.
We have TikTok.
It's
YouTube.
YouTube.
You can comment, like, share, subscribe, do all of the things to support us. Follow us on social medias. But thank you guys for listening. Hope you guys got a lot of information out of this episode. We will be back hopefully next week, as long as we have no technical difficulties further on. But so far, we do not have a set in stone plan for our next podcast. So it's up to you guys. We're going to give it to you guys. Put it in your hands. Let us know. Another Q&A, another topic, more vitamins, different vitamins. Let us know. So
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
You guys have it. We're recording on a Saturday.
yes,
At Sanders' house. So you guys have a great weekend.
or week or whenever. But
Bye.
bye guys.